Welcome to Black Beat Podcast. My name is John Washington, and I'm the CEO and editor-in-chief of Flossin Media. I will be your host for today's show, where we, as always, take an unapologetically Black approach to profiling people and stories that are significant to the connectivity and advancement of our community. Today, I'm kind of pleased. Today, we're joined with a young man from Portland named Johnny Huff from Everybody Eats, a catering company and restaurant previously located in Southeast Portland and currently anticipating its grand opening in the new location in the Pearl District. The restaurant isn't just a hub for down-home Southern comfort food. Owner Johnny Huff Jr. and Marcell Goss are well known for their nonprofit and food justice work. In addition to giving away meals to Black Lives Matter protesters and supporters, their nonprofit, Black and Blue PDX, works toward fostering understanding and positive connections between young Black Portlanders and police officers in an attempt to keep Black youth out of criminal justice system. Welcome, Johnny. I appreciate you coming on to the show today, young man.
I'm sorry. I just wondered if you wanted to order.
I will in a little bit. Yeah, I've been waiting. Thank you.
You muted? Okay. So, yeah, Johnny, welcome to us. I appreciate that, man. Tell us about yourself, Johnny. Who's the guy sitting here with me today? Where you from, man? Talk to me a little bit about where you from, boy.
Where I'm from Northeast Portland, man, born and raised, you know. I went to a couple different high schools, Grant, Jefferson. I'm 29 years old. I got 3 kids. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Man, I'm just a simple guy.
So now, man, I don't sound that simple, boy. Sound like the work you doing. I mean, you hooking up some meals for a whole lot of folks, man. Who you done cook for, man? Tell me a little bit about your cooking background and tell me a little about this food, man. Because I was looking on that Facebook page, man, and I'm gonna tell you, like I said, I seen some things on there, boy. But I would say, boy, where they at?
Man, thank you.
Talk to me, man.
Man, we cook for a host of different people. We cook for like a lot of people in the community, like average people. We also cook for a couple celebrities. I would say like we cook for E40, Bow Wow, Nick Cannon, Wildin' Out, cast and crew. We cook for the mayor, a couple different people, too many to name. We just keep on trying to get better every day, but our favorite people to cook for is just like the everyday people, just because that's who we can relate to the most, and that's who we like to put smiles on everyday people's faces. So I would say that would be like the best people that we cook for is everyday people.
Right on, man. So Johnny, tell me, man, what inspired this thing for y'all, man? I mean, where this come out? This came out of nowhere? Has this been something that you've been working on for a minute?
Yeah. So Everybody Eats, it was originally established in 2016. Pretty much it came about just because I was tired of doing the same thing, I knew I wanted to work for myself. But I just didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I knew I liked to cook. Cooking brings me joy, and that was like one of the only things I could see myself doing. Like full time as well as like doing it for myself. So I decided to take it serious. Enrolled in culinary school, and I kind of learned the ins and outs of what I needed to get started. Did a couple little externs and stuff like that. Got a couple little mentors, and then I launched the Everybody Eats brand. / catering. A few years after I launched Everybody Eats, I was introduced to Marcell Goss through we basically worked together on a catering gig, and through that we was introduced through a mutual chef friend. From there we kind of was like trying to figure it out on like what we really wanted to do. We were still doing the catering thing, but we was kind of like we wanted to take it like a step further. So in doing that, we kind of like subcontracted to cook for like a couple trailblazers, different other people, like high profile people within the community. after doing that, we felt like that wasn't the best fit for us. Like I said, we like cooking for everyday people. Like the personal chef thing like wasn't for us. So we decided to, just go full steam with the catering company. That started gaining like more and more traction, more and more momentum. Then we got hit with COVID. Once COVID came, we had to readjust. The location that we originally had, we was gonna use that as like our catering hub and kind of like the hub to get started with like our seasonings and just basically build a brand. We was gonna use that as the hub for that, but since COVID hit, that slowed down catering and kind of put a wrench in our plans, and so we went brick and mortar. And I feel like since we went brick and mortar, that was probably like one of the best decisions we decided to make, like to adjust to COVID. Like it was easy to shut down or roll over, like give up, but we just kept it going because we knew it was something that we wanted to do. Like the people loved our food, and we had a way to give it to them. We had the location to give it to them. It was just about adjusting our game plan and just getting it out to them.
Yeah. So tell me, man, what was going to come? I've always wanted to go to that. I'm gonna tell you, that's one of my little secrets that I don't tell too many people. There was two things that I wanted to do in a lifetime, but I guess one of them was to be a choreographer, right, for some of them hip hop dance.
Right.
The other one was to go to culinary school, someplace, So what was that like, though, man? I used to go to that place when it was down over there. Y'all had a little outlet thing, the Portland School, and it was always real fabulous watching y'all students coming in. What was it like for you, man, as a young Black man going through that?
Man, it was definitely dope. Like a totally different experience. Like coming up, like school wasn't, like something for me. Like I was always, I was always smart and stuff. I did the work pretty fast, so it kind of like bored me and stuff, which led me to graduating high school early. I didn't really want to go to college, but I knew I had to do something with my life. So, I was just trying to figure it out. Culinary school, it was just like, like a different outlook. Like you got to meet people from all walks of, you got to learn different styles of cooking, different techniques. Like it ain't just like what mama taught you or, like what grandpa or grandma taught you. It's like stuff from all walks of life. So you get to learn what, like they grandma taught them or, like what they auntie taught them, like they family recipes or, like they techniques. Overall, I just say it was like a good experience. It helped open my eyes and like broaden my horizon. I wouldn't say that I was like thinking small, but I was just kind of like, kind of like selling myself short. Culinary school kind of opened my eyes, like to the possibilities that that this culinary world could take you and like the doors that it could open if you really take it serious and give it your all.
Right on, man. I mean, so what was something like the little twist, like you just learn how to make sure you do presentation on food a little better, or was it?
Yep.
Stuff like that. I mean, because everybody know how to. We all say we know how to barbecue.
Right.
But what makes you stand apart from us when you get with your uncles and all them and say, "Oh, bro, you can't cook." I want to hear that.
So
you travel with
pretty much, man. Pretty much the biggest thing that I learned from culinary school is it ain't what you cook, it's the technique in which you cook it. Like everything has a specific technique in how you cook it. And it's like, like if you follow the technique, it don't matter, like what you put on it, you're going to always make it good, like as long as you follow the technique and the way to do it. Like it's a way to do everything. And like they say, it's more than one way to skin a cat, but as long as you following the foundation and the techniques, like in the fundamentals, then there's no way, you can mess up or get it wrong. Like it might be a little salty or something like that, but that's just when you adjust, and you keep the technique the same. You just, tweak the little skills or whatever you add to it, but it's like everything is the same, as far as the fundamentals and things like that. In culinary school, I would say it definitely helped me with my presentation, helped me with like my portion size, as far as like cost wise and stuff like that, as far as like food, what we should be charging and everything like that. Helped me like how to develop recipes, man, how to make menus, and like how to put like whole meals together, versus just like throwing a whole bunch of stuff on the plate that sound good to me. Actually like giving people like a full satisfying meal, to where you're hitting all the food groups and stuff like that. Just like a lot of technical stuff that like I wouldn't have really thought about, like if I just taught myself or I went to YouTube University.
Look at you, Johnny. You're shining. Yeah, I love it. Because all you want to be cooks out there, y'all better be listening to this here, because I ain't trying to hear that. I come to your house, you talk about you can cook, but you be
right.
They you may think it look like your mama's shit, but it doesn't. Hey, but hey, so you was talking a little bit earlier in the interview about how when COVID hit, how has COVID affected your business, man? I mean, did it affect you guys in any kind of way?
Yeah. It most definitely affected us. Before COVID, we was like pretty big with the catering and stuff like that. We had a couple big contracts, did a couple big events. I would say like our biggest catering to date will probably be probably the Central City Concern company picnic. That was for like I think like they said 500 people originally, but we did I would say like close to 1,000. That turned out to be good. But so basically, COVID, we was heavy on the catering and stuff like that. We wasn't really doing like the dinners or like the restaurant entity. So once COVID hit, that kind of like stopped everything, just because we was kind of like like a one trick pony. Just like with the catering and stuff like that, we wasn't prepared for like COVID. So when COVID hit, we pretty much had to adjust. We could have easily shut down and stuff, but we knew we had other employees that was working with us and stuff that depended on us. So we pretty much just turned into survival mode. With that, we decided to go brick and mortar. Since we went brick and mortar, we found out that was actually like a little bit better. The catering, it was bringing in a nice stream of revenue. Basically keeping us afloat and stuff. But with the restaurant, we're able to serve more people. Get our name out there more, and the people that couldn't afford catering or have like an event to cater, they got a chance to try us or eat their favorites and stuff like that. We kind of like wasn't setting ourselves aside no more.
Right on, man. So during that time, did you receive any kind of financial assistance or anything in the pandemic to keep you afloat? Or
Yeah, so like later on towards the pandemic, we received MISO. They gave us a grant. Rosewood Initiative, they definitely gave us a grant. We had like a couple local companies. I don't want to butcher their name. Pano, they did like a couple little things for the COVID where they reached out to like local restaurants and they paid for like families to like have meals and stuff like that. The holiday season definitely kind of kept us afloat with like people having like holiday parties and doing different things to where a lot of stuff was different this year, so they couldn't gather like everybody to have a party. So they would do things like they would pay for like say like they have 100 employees, like 60 people wanted to come eat at Everybody Eats, they would pay us like a certain amount for those 60 people to come eat. So like things like that with like SCI and like the different type of entities and like businesses that operate throughout the metro area, like them reaching out to us, just doing things like that definitely helped keep us afloat. The CARES Act, we definitely got a grant from the CARES Act, just like little things like that. But it was more so like kind of like getting us out the rear and like covering the stuff that we didn't, that we had to put on the back burner, because as like money stopped coming in. We had to give deposits back for catering that we was booked out for, stuff like that. I would say our catering dropped a good 90%. So
wow,
we went from doing like 60 events a month to about 10 to 6, if that. We went from like 50 to 100 people parties to like 5 people parties, 3 people parties, stuff like that, like small intimate things. So yeah, we definitely felt the effects of it. It was just a matter of keeping going, survival mode. Pretty much we don't really like spend too much on anything crazy like that. So it was like being conservative definitely helped. We didn't have a brick and mortar for the first few years, so that not having overhead costs definitely helped. Just like a lot of little things that we saved on throughout the way that helped us, helped us through the COVID times. That we wasn't definitely, we wasn't anticipating COVID or nothing, but just little things that we already was doing, helped us for the long run.
right on, Johnny. Hey, so Johnny, what made you choose the Pearl instead of Northeast?
Man, honestly, man, I wanted to be in Northeast, but the location that I wanted in Northeast, man, they outbidded me 80,000 for it, man. So yes. So man, the Pearl was our next best location. We just knew we needed to get out of the location that we was currently in. We just didn't like the environment. We want to bring like the best experience to our customers. Like if you drive from wherever you drive from, we have people coming from as far as Seattle, like Florida, like Chicago, like all over. And it's like, if you taking the time out to come see us, like passing up all these food places on the way, we want to make sure you have the best experience possible, and part of like relocating, that was like our main thing.
Come on, boy, preach.
Yeah, most definitely.
Lay it down right
You have
there.
all our money with us, we want to make sure that you get an experience that you can remember.
Yeah, man, and much respect to you with that, Johnny. So tell me, as a business owner, man, and a nonprofit owner, share with us a little bit about the challenges of being a restaurateur, and then talk a little bit about the industry. I mean, in terms of if for those people who want to go into the restaurant business, such as myself,
Yeah.
what would you lay down for us, man? I mean, what's your sense of share? What would you say the do's and the don'ts? What we should be careful about? What should we just give us a little bit of game, man?
Man, so I would say, I'll give you the things like to be careful about and mindful with at first. So things to be careful about and mindful with is basically like the food game. It's not like, like selling like any other product or, like merchandise and stuff, just because it's like the cost of food is going up, like the cost of materials and everything is going up, especially with like COVID and stuff like that, so it's like we definitely like experience, like hikes in prices and stuff. So I would say the biggest thing would be like saving, like don't spend everything you make, just because you never know, like when a problem can arise, or like when you have to fix something. I would say try to do as much work on your own as you can before you start like outsourcing and stuff and start paying people, just because it's like you never know, like when a problem going to arise, or like when you got to fix some equipment, or like anything. Like the food game is like different than anything else, because it's like like you putting the most wear and tear on your equipment. You're using it every day, multiple hours of the day and stuff. Like of course it's built for durability, but it's like like stuff could always happen. I would say just stay consistent. Most definitely stay consistent. Always stay like authentic, and like carve out like your own lane, and kind of like make like your own path. Like stand out from the rest. Like don't just try to be like totally different, but like make it to where people can see the difference. Like to where they know, like if they come to you, or like if they decide to deal with you, or like whatever the case may be, like they know that they're gonna be getting something different, not like not like driving through any other McDonald's where you can order every like the same stuff from every McDonald's. It's like you switching it up. You got some originality. As far as what was the other part?
The other part, in terms of what the game is like out there, in terms of what.
Oh yeah, what it's like. Man, yeah. It's cutthroat, man. It's cutthroat. You just got to make sure you surround yourself with solid people. People that you want to see, that want to see you win and stuff. Just every people that got your best interests at heart. But overall, I would say, it's a great experience. Just like being like a restaurant owner and stuff like that, especially like a minority, you learn the game. Like, people try to overcharge you a little bit for everything, just because, they see, they think you got it, or, like they feel like, you can afford it. But, you just got to be mindful, always be mindful, never pay somebody for what you could do yourself. And then just the biggest thing I would say is just stay consistent, just because people depend on that consistency. Like it ain't nothing like like getting something good and then you try to go back and get it again and it ain't there, or like it's not as good as it was when you went back last time. Like that could definitely like turn people off and mess up the church's money. So it's like you got to make sure you stay consistent and just stay at it, man, and just believe in yourself. Even when nobody else believing in you, you got to believe in yourself. Like like it was times like I didn't even think that like I would even sell like 10, 15 plates and stuff, but it's just like I just kept on doing it and kept believing. And overall, it's just like you see like what the grind do. You only get as much work, you only get like the results that you put in. So it's like you got to work every day.
So what's your signature thing, man? I mean, what's the thing that makes you stand out in terms of your food? Like, what's your little secret? I mean, well, you ain't got
my little secret. I would say my secret is man, like not showing my hand. Like people never know what to expect from us. It's like like we live in the world now where people feel like you got to tell everything that you up to, or like tell everything that you do. It's like with us, people never know what's next or never know what's coming. It's always like, man, we gotta keep our eye on them, because we don't know, like what they gonna do. It's like it's always something crazy. Whether it's like a meal, or like an event for the community, or like something like that. It's just like, man, these dudes is always up to something. Like even though they ain't broadcasting that they working, like they always always working type thing, you know. And
Yeah.
I would say that's what keep it going for us.
Hey, so Johnny, tell us, how can the audience support every day, Everybody Eats PDX, man, and the work that you're doing with the black and blue? How can we support you? How can the community support you, man?
Man, I would say go like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram. When we open, definitely stop by. Whether you're coming to get a cocktail, we got a full bar now, so you can stop by, get an adult beverage if that's your choice. Come get some food. You know, we're gonna have a lot of things. We're gonna have merch. We're gonna have seasoning. So even if you don't like the food, you know, but you like the seasoning or something, you know, you like our merch, you can always support that way. You know, you can always share our post anytime you see us post something. Yeah, just keep mentioning Everybody Eats. Word of mouth is the best way to help and promote us, because people only believe what they hear.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So Johnny, so what's next for y'all, man? I mean, y'all got outside opening up the restaurant, all that. You got the spices, you got all that, you know, and most importantly, man, you know, how do people get your food today? I mean, as we waiting.
Man, well, right now you can't get it. It's just, you know, you gotta wait. It's just, you know, we just building up the anticipation for the new restaurant.
I'm here today. I'm anticipating,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
I'll
We
be
just building
standing
up
there
the
before everybody
anticipation.
else.
Yeah, man, come through, man. We're gonna have a shoot. We're gonna have like a little VIP event and stuff too. So, you know, we're gonna definitely allow a couple very important people to get in here before. You know, you're gonna be on the list to beat the rush and everything like that. So don't worry, you got your invitation coming.
I
And
appreciate that, Johnny. Hey, Johnny, also, man, but before we run through here too, man, because this was a hot topic with Black Lives Matter, man. But you know, and I seen that there was some other things on the national, man, about this black and blue. You know, hey, man, but just before we run through this field, man, touch on that a little bit for me, man, because that's even more fascinating, equally as fascinating, man. I mean, you making that connection, you know,
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
enhance your people. So talk to me a little bit about that before we get out of here.
So Black and Blue it was actually Marcell's idea. It was a nonprofit that he started like well before I met him. So it was basically in play before, you know, like the Black Lives Matter and everything like that. You know, I kind of like, you know, I gained this momentum and stuff. But pretty much like once the Black Lives Matter and everything, you know, it kind of happened. We felt like that was like the perfect time, you know, like to get people engaged and stuff. You know, like to basically, you know, like do our part, because it's like as chefs, you know, it's like we don't, you know, we have a voice, but it's like what can we do, you know, like to stay in our lane but to still, you know, like help the community and stuff. And with the Black and Blue, you know, like as far as like partnering you know, like at-risk youth and everything like that, you know, like with local officers in our neighborhood and everything like that, we felt like, you know, like that was like the best way that we could show, you know, like what we could bring forward and, you know, like, kind of help bridging the gap to stop what's basically going on and stuff. And you know, we just been shoot since I met him about a couple years now. We've been pushing it and stuff, but we just trying to get, you know, like more attention towards it and everything like that. You know, I kind of try to get the ball rolling now that we kind of got, you know, like Everybody Eats, you know, like locked in on like what we want to do and everything like that. So it was just pretty much about, you know, like putting the pieces to the puzzle together in the right time to, you know, like present it to everybody.
How does it work, man? Do the cops cook with kids? Do the kids?
Yeah. So pretty much, we got a couple officers on board. It's just about getting some kids and everything like that, getting everybody locked in, getting our location up and running. But pretty much, we partner kids with officers. You know, like they just make a meal of their choice, whatever is their favorite. You know, or it could just be, you know, like something that we choose, whether it's like a burger or, you know, like the ultimate mac or whatever. They just basically come together. You know, like learn how to make the meal, kind of talk about their life, where they come from, and everything like that. You know, like kind of get to know each other, so that, you know, like when they run into each other out in the street, it ain't like, you know, like they running into a complete stranger. You know, I guess like I met this kid, you know, like in a different environment. So it's like, you know, like I don't, you know, like when you see them, you know, like committing a crime or, you know, like doing something, you know how kids is, they always, you know, like they get in trouble or, you know, like they explore and stuff. You know, you're not meeting them based on that interaction. You know, it's like you actually know this kid and stuff. So, you know, like the way you interact with them is different. You know, you ain't quick to draw your gun, you know, like to try to de-escalate the situation or whatever. You know this kid like cars, or, you know where this kid come from, so you could kind of sympathize with him and stuff. Or, you know, like the kid know where the officer come from, so he ain't trying to, you know, like show out in front of his friends and, you know, like be resistant and all that. You know, he could, you know, like help the officer, you know, like get the situation under control too. You know, like if he got, you know, like if all his friends looking up to him as the leader, you know, like he doing what the officer say, you know, like that could de-escalate the whole situation and stop, you know, like everybody from getting in trouble. You know, like that's less black kids in the system and less people that we got to say rest in peace to.
Man, I am never ever surprised anymore at the young black men that come through the gate and step up on the front line and deliver what it is that they deliver. Johnny, man, I got much respect for you, a lot of appreciation, bro.
Oh, thank you, man.
Because we need, man, because in this time it's real dicey, man. I mean, but we need them minds, man. Because you can be a hustler out there, but the question is, can you evolve that hustle?
Right, yeah, most definitely.
And
That's like the main thing. We want to show them that it's a different way,
yeah.
it's more than one way to be successful. You ain't got to sell drugs or, like do what you see everybody else doing. It's more than one way to skin a cat and more than one way to have that house on the hill with them cars and everything that you want. You ain't
Don't give us no day about you and them other ones out there. They may know how to skin a cat, but boy, they don't know how to make it taste good.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Eat it, we gonna eat it, but boy, they don't know how to make it taste good.
Yeah, exactly. But then, it's a lane for everybody. You might not be good at making it taste good, but you might be good at putting it together. So you can get paid, to put it together for somebody that make it taste good. Everybody got their strong suit. It's just about finding your lane and carving out, what you're good at, and just mashing on the gas once you find your lane.
Yeah, no, man, and it seems to me, Johnny, like you have found that lane, and I look to hear more about that relationship between PDX and Black and Blue, that whole thing that y'all got going on there, that relationship, because, and after the show, I'd like to, make sure that Marcell gets back to you on some of the media game that is associated with that, so we can see if we can make sure you get equipped with the things that you need to be able to make that a successful adventure. And it sounds to me like that's still a little bit in the making. You're formulating that a little bit. So you want to keep an eye on, because you got some running to do to get to the full play. But boy, I'm tell you, look at me now in about a year from now, boy, we're going to double back and we're going to check in with you. We're going to bring the cameras in the restaurant with us to get this interview the next time. We're going to be talking to you.
Yes, sir. We should be open within the next few weeks, man. So whenever.
Oh, man, no, that's soon. Okay, well, then, I'm not going to eat until then.
Yeah, okay. We got a feast for you, man. Don't worry.
Thank you for being part of our show today, Johnny. We take pride in improving people's perception of capability, significance, and influence in their lives and in the lives of their community. Hey, man, let me tell you something. You are a picture in making, and I'm so surprised that everybody else in the country ain't taking heed to what this is, but it's just a matter of time, my brother. And if the Food Channel don't come out here, I'm gonna get on the Food Channel myself. I'm gonna talk dirty about it.
Man, that's the plan, man. We got to get Guy Fieri down here, man.
If anybody, man, and just before we get off, what is your sense of that marketing reality with him? Do you think he has a little something that's different than the rest of them? And why do they keep him out in front so much? In terms of
most definitely. I think basically, it's all about personality, and I feel like out of all those people, Guy has like the most, down to earth personality. He's somebody you can relate to. He got the mohawk with the blonde hair. He got tattoos. He got piercings. He drive the muscle cars, stuff like that. He eat, he same type of food we eat. He like, he's just like the most relatable guy. Everybody has like their own niche, and he's like one of those people, everybody can relate to. You can put him in, the jungle, and he gonna camouflage and, like come out just looking like a lion or whatever. He like one of those people that got it.
You got it down there, but boy, I'm telling you, move over, Guy, because I got a guy for you.
Most definitely. Network, we coming.
Stuff on it, yeah. Hey, so where's your location? Tell us about where your new location is.
So our new location, we at 138 Northwest 10th Avenue. We're right on the corner of 10th and Davis in the Pro District, right next door to Little Big Burger and Los Gorditos, which is a taco place. Little Big Burger, everybody know that. The burger place. We right here on the corner, man. We it still got the old Sushi Land sign up. So if you drive by, you're gonna see the old Sushi Land sign. See papers on the window. I'm actually in here right now. That's why you see the papers on the window.
Okay, getting it done.
Ready, yeah, we trying to get it ready.
Doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or are you gonna just be doing dinner?
No, yep. We're gonna be doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We plan on.
Boy, I'm so happy for you.
Yes, sir. And we're gonna be open until like 11. Once they lift the restrictions, we plan on being open until like 2:30. So it's gonna be a late night munchie spot, man.
Boy, leave the guns in the car.
Most definitely.
Into the restaurant. Let's have some fun, y'all.
Most definitely. Yeah.
And believe you me, it's and hopefully before it's said and done, you a franchise because we got to have you over in the Northeast.
Yes, sir, man. That's our plan, man. We trying to get everywhere, man. Northeast, Northwest, man. We trying to get everywhere, man. Across the globe, out the country.
Everybody eats, right? Everybody eats,
sir.
And I love it. Hey, Johnny, man, this is much respect. I know you're a busy man, and I appreciate you getting out here with us and giving us a shout. You know, man, and letting our readers and viewers hear a little bit about you and your story. Good man, this is a story that I'm sure we're gonna be covering for quite some time to come, and we look forward to watching your success, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
And anything that we can do for you, we are open to share that with you, my brother, in that experience. And I'm coming to eat. You understand?
Yes, sir. Come through. We got you.
Everybody else, but I'm showing up to eat.
We got you. We got you, man. We got you.
Respect, my brother, and I look forward to that. Yeah?
Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love.